Welcome to the Howe Library Map Room at the University of Vermont. We're in Howe Library on the ground floor, and behind me is our amazing collection of maps and atlases. This is the largest collection of maps in the state of Vermont, with about 200,000 sheet maps and hundreds of atlases covering all areas of the world. Most of the collection was built during the 20th century. If you're looking for historic maps of Vermont, you should visit our Special Collections Library. Now, maps are a great way to visualize data of all kinds, not just towns and roads. Let me show you some examples. This is a map showing us hydrogeological conditions and groundwater flows for the whole world. So there's many sheets to it, but it's just so beautiful the way they have designated the water flows. This is an example of an atlas of a country. Here we have Hungary. And there are many different pages in this atlas showing us all kinds of different information about Hungary. Here's a little map that shows us where different tree species are located. And this map shows us the areas in which the textile industry is concentrated. We have a lot of hikers and outdoors people that come into the map room. They want to look at things like trail maps. Here's a map of the Pacific Crest National Trail out west in the United States. We have maps that can educate us about all kinds of different topics. Here's a map showing where they believe dinosaurs lived on the planet. And this map shows us Civil War battles and the movement of troops. Here's a map about soccer and where it is played and to what degree around the world. And here's a map showing climate change. Here are some maps about the United States specifically. This one shows us where American Indians and Alaska Natives live in the United States. And this is a really great map to show us where the population is concentrated in the US. Each of these little white dots represents 1,000 people. So you can see how population is concentrated along the coasts. We have topographic maps for every state in the United States. Here's one from Vermont that's showing us South Mountain near Middlebury area. And each of these contour lines tells me how steep the terrain is. Now, if we take that information and translate it to what's called a relief map, we can actually see and feel how steep the mountains are. So here is South Mountain on the topo map, and here is South Mountain on this relief map. We also have maps of Vermont showing us about land use. And here's a bathymetric map showing us all the different depths of water in Lake Champlain. Very helpfully, it also tells us what fish species live in the lake. So if you're into fishing, that could be helpful. People really love to use our aerial photographs. We have aerial photography covering the whole state. Here's a pair of photos showing the town of Rutland. And notice there is some overlap in these photos, about a 60% overlap. That allows me to put these photos under a stereoscope, and if I get them in just the right position and look down, the photos pop into 3D view. Most of our maps are not in the online library catalog, so you have to come and use the card catalog to find them. You can look up maps either by the geographic area or by subject. So for example, you could look up maps on India in this drawer. Or you could look at maps on fire or on railroads. People use the map collection for all kinds of reasons. I have helped community members who are planning backcountry adventures, skiers, canoeists, hikers. I've worked with the author of a hiking guide who needed to look at topographic maps to see the terrain. I've worked with students who are looking at logging or forestry. And I've helped community members settle property line disputes. To learn more about how the map room gets used, please scan the QR code for a full story. We invite you to come visit and use the great map collection here at University of Vermont. And when you do, please let us know how we can help.